Hello everyone. Today we will use two different instant pots to fry Colombian buñuelos. This video is good for those who have never used an instant pot for frying buñuelos, as well as for beginners that have never fried a buñuelo. We will test different temperatures to see which one works better for us, and also so you can see how a buñuelo should look once it's in the correct temperature. Let's start. How do we know that the oil is ready? We're going to throw this in there, and it should take between 10 to 14 seconds to come up. That bubbling at the bottom of the pan is key to knowing that the oil is hot. All right, let's try it again. Let's do the last one. I'm gonna do some in this temperature, and then I'm gonna do some on more. See what happens. All right, here we go. It is ready. Now, as you start putting them in, it's gonna start getting a little bit cooler. We're gonna start with the big one. Here we go. This took about a minute, and I had to push it a little bit so it would come up. All right, this one also lasted about a minute, so I'm going to have to adjust the temperature. I'm gonna put it on more. See if that's gonna work this time. Here I'm just waiting for them to get a little bit more brown. Those are still the 5-ounce and the 3-ounce. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put a 2-ounce in, which is my preferred size. All right, there we go. Now this one takes 31 seconds, which is a bit long, but it comes up by itself with no issues. So I think the temperature should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and add this second 2-ounce buñuelo, and then also I'm going to add one that is not perfectly round, so you can see that it's gonna get rounded by itself. That one took 50 seconds. This last one took 35. Now we just have to wait for them to get nice and golden brown. It's just a matter of waiting and being patient. Alright, it looks like this one is ready. It looks golden brown all around. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. You can put it on top of a paper towel or anywhere that it can drip all that oil. We're gonna take a look at these three. Looks a little bit soft, probably because it hasn't cooled down enough. They seem to be raw inside because I think they're a little bit soft. Let's start with the big. Oh my gosh, this is hot. Normally you need to leave them to cool down a little bit, but they look perfect. Look at that. Perfectly cooked inside. This one is perfectly cooked as well. Oh, this is hot. Wow, very hot. That was the last one I took out. And it's well cooked inside as well. Spongy. Spongy as well. I don't know if you noticed, but they all looked round to me. So I can't remember which was the one that I didn't put in completely rounded. So as you can see, I mean, you want to make the circle the best you can, but it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. As you can see, it works fine. Now, I normally don't make the ball ahead of time. I normally don't shape it ahead of time. I might do 2 at a time or so. All right, I believe it should be fresh. It's kind of hot over there. So here goes one. Let's do a little bit more. Look at the amount of bubbles on the high setting compared to the medium setting. All of these are 2 ounces. Tres. Now, some people have complained, me too, that these explode. The reason why these explode is because the oil is too hot. It has to be the right temperature. This will explode. I mean, this exploded all over me the first time I attempted it, and then 10 years later I decided I was going to give it a second chance. It's a combination of things. For one, the dough has to have the right consistency, a little bit firm, not too mushy. And then also the temperature of the oil. It has to be correct. If it's too low, it won't cook properly. And if it's too high, it might cook it outside, but it might get raw inside, and then also it can explode. Here you see that you don't really need to touch them. They turn around by themselves until they're ready. Now these buñuelos, for some reason, came out quite salty, but the salty is from the queso costeño. When you do the Mexican cheese, it's not going to be salty. That Mexican cheese is not salty. Not like the queso costeño. The costeño cheese. But I like it. They're good. Although I prefer the ones with the crumbled cheese cotija combination. They look almost ready. You can lay them on a plate with a napkin, just like you do bacon. I just decided to put it there to drip, if it dripped anything, but it didn't. I only put 5, but you could have put even 5 more would have fit there. I was just showing that the high temperature worked, and you can just put as many as you can fit in there. Just remember to put them in gradually so the temperature doesn't drop. Alright, now I'm going to try the other, because in the first video I said I was going to try the other Instant Pot. Alright, now we're going to use this Instant Pot. Stop looking at the sticker. Yes, I'm one of those. This is the 6-quart Dual Crisp Ultimate Lid 13-in-1 Instant Pot. The temperature should be 300 to 325 Fahrenheit. You can see for level 1 it shows 203 Fahrenheit, so it's still low, but let's take a look. We already know it's not hot enough because there's no bubbles. Alright, let's take a look at level 2. 230, that's too low. Level 3, 257. 284 for level 4, and 5 is 311. Let's go back to level 4 and let's try it there, see what happens. If that doesn't work, then we'll just go for level 5. It should be hot now. Let's go ahead and try it. If you make bigger buñuelos, you should put the oil at a higher level, but mine are pretty small, so it should be fine. This took 39 seconds to go up, which means the oil is not hot enough. Alright, now we're going to go for level 5, because 4 definitely didn't work. That's going to be 311 Fahrenheit. And yes, I have the sticker. I like to leave stickers until they fall off. Well, not fall off, but a little bit more. Alright, let's try it again. That lasted 35 seconds. That's a 3 ounce. I just put it on level 6. As you can see, this one didn't grow. It was in cold oil at the beginning and it didn't grow, but this one did grow. And you can see the difference between the two. Alright, level 6 seems to be working fine. I mean, the temperature is 338, which is higher than what buñuelos are supposed to be cooked at. Between 300 to 325, but if it works, it works. This one's ready. This one's ready as well. This one's not ready quite. And this one's not quite ready either. It's almost done. I'm gonna add a few more. I'm going to show you the difference in size in this 3-ounce buñuelo. There you can see the difference in size. It's not double or anything, but it is a little bit bigger. These are 3-ounce and 2-ounce buñuelos. 3-ounce and 2-ounce. That's the 2-ounce. That's the 3-ounce. They're pretty much the same size, the 3-ounce raw to the 2-ounce cooked. They're still pretty hot, but let's take a look. They're very well cooked. Ooh, this one is really hot. Both of them are very well cooked inside. This one is on the darker side, just a bit more crunchy. If you like them crunchy, then that should be fine. Alright, some of them are already ready to be removed. And one more. That one's kind of dark as well. Now I'm just gonna wait on these two. It seems to be doing pretty good. It's doing the job. I don't see any issues. So I'm going for the second batch. When they're darker, they're crunchier, so it just depends on how you prefer them. Buñuelos are supposed to be crunchy. This looks like a second batch turned into a third batch. Remember that I don't put all the buñuelos at the same time because of the temperature drop. So you just put a few, wait a little bit, put another few, and then wait another little bit. So it looks like if you were doing batches of 3 or batches of 4. Alright, let's take a look at this buñuelo. Soft. Okay, now let's take a look at this buñuelo. Cruncher. You can hear it. Oh, there we go again. Alright, this is the last batch I'm gonna add. This looks like the magical endless pot of buñuelos. Well, here we have the buñuelos that made it to the plate, because a lot of them didn't make it. And, well, that's how they look. I hope you enjoyed this video, or at least I hope you found some of the information useful. If you have any questions, just write them on the comments. I'll try my best to answer those questions for you. Just remember, I'm not the buñuelo expert. I just have gone through a couple of things to make my buñuelos. I'll see you next video.